Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spark Broadcasting. We're here at the Sunday night 8 p.m. game between LN versus AoA. Just a quick recap on the lineups we've got for the LN team. In control, Hybrid X, Knight, and Wave. On the AoA side, we've got Drew, Dark Evil, Xyrus, and Launchpad. I am joined here as well by Astruck. Thanks again, Astruck, for joining me on the commentary. And Sebek is posting the live broadcast. If you guys can hear this, then great. If not, then you're going to have to get on Mumble, and it'll be too late for you to hear that. Astruck, give us a shout out, buddy. Astruck, are you there? Alright, well, Astruck's having some difficulties. Either that or he's gone to do something. I'm paying attention to Dark Evil and Launchpad, who've actually very successfully pushed up into the green side of the base. One quick second, Astruck, I think you're probably suppressed. Excellent. Anytime you are talking or leave the room and come back in, I've got to unsuppress you, so that's what's been going on.
Alright, sorry about that.
Alright, you've been paying attention to the beginning of the game so far?
Yes.
Alright, Launchpad has made his way up through the green base.
Captured by red team.
Yes, I like the lineup AoA is employing here.
Now, why do you like the lineup so much? I mean, it's nice to see Launchpad. He's definitely their top player, I would have to say.
Well, it's a pretty good mix. You have both Xyrus and Drew, who are very good at siphoning off health from other opponents.
Right.
And you have Launchpad here, who's a good floating type player, and then, well, Dark Evil's there. He'll hit people with some stupid bouncies every once in a while. It's a pretty good mix that they have here, and it's probably one of their top lines, if not the top line.
It doesn't look like they're going to be able to pull out this flag run.
Yeah, I'm expecting this to be either a 2-0 AoA win or a lengthy 3-0 win.
A 2-0 AoA win.
Or possibly like a 25-35 minute 3-0 win. Depends on how it plays out.
What do you think about the lineup that LN's brought?
White flag.
Well,
by green team.
I think they're going to be they'll be able to hold it down for a little while on defense, but they're just a little bit outgunned by who AoA brought.
Okay.
Knight and Hybrid are probably the two that can keep the minutes the longest as far as fragging power. And they're just going to have to wait and hope that they get, they're able to stem the tide a little bit and then wait for an opportunity. And when an opportunity presents itself, they're going to have to convert, because I don't think they'll have many chances.
Right, so play it safe, play it smart.
But I mean, I think this is AoA's to lose. They've got a good aggressive line here, and they've been playing together longer. They have a chemistry together that LN doesn't have yet. Gotcha.
Now, Xyrus I'm not too familiar with. Can you tell me a little bit about him?
Not a whole lot. He's been playing a long time. He's, like I said, he's good at siphoning health off in little bits of chunks from a distance. But he's also one of those streaky players. Sometimes he'll play really well, and then other games he'll almost be like a newbie.
Gotcha. Well, we've got Dark Evil and Xyrus holding down the fort here. That was an interesting bouncy by Xyrus. And then we've got Drew trying to hold back Hybrid, while Hybrid tries to take out Launchpad. Launchpad has left the game.
Oh.
Berserk has jumped in. And that's so unfortunate. But I don't know if you caught the last game that LN was, or that AoA played versus MM. Did you catch any of that game?
I did not. But that was unfortunate for the timing, because they had a good chance there.
Right. Almost the same thing happened yesterday to Launchpad, albeit he was trying to stop a flag play.
better to do it in the offensive than defensive zone.
Sibek, to your knowledge, is the broadcast working? I'm getting a message from Pollux that the broadcast is not working.
Now we'll see if they sub launch back in or not, because Berserk gives them a different dynamic, and I don't necessarily know if it's a good one for this game.
I don't know. I mean, last time it was fairly early in the game that Launchpad kind of pinged out, and then he did not come back in, and that was with MM, where he would have been exceptionally useful. So I don't know if he'll bother taking the chance.
I think with Drew and Zyrus in there, you don't really need what Berserk brings to the table. I think
right.
Launchpad would be better at sustaining longer flag runs, which we'll probably need against LN.
I think maybe at this stage, Launchpad is just going to sit back, watch the game, and help direct the flow, sort of from the sidelines. Berserk is trapped here.
And this is a very important game for AoA with MM forfeiting earlier. If they can win today, they'll be right in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, it definitely puts them into a much better position for a seat at the finals tables.
Okay, so we got Launchpad back in there.
Okay. And he's got a bad spawn, yeah.
He's acquitted himself well.
He got a nice little bit of help from Dark Evil. Came around and just cleared up a space for him to get out. That's a difficult move to make, isn't it? When you're in a position like that and you spawn in a position like that, that's one of the toughest positions for spawning that you can get, is it not?
Well, right, because there's not, especially with that the little inlet there, there's not a whole lot of dodging you can do if they're not load on you.
Right. So, for somebody like yourself, if you're in the middle of that type of situation, what do you want to see happen, or what's going through your mind? What are you going to do? What's the first thing you're going to do placed in a bad position like that?
Well, you gotta come out firing first, just suppression shots to hopefully get them to tuck their head around the corner there. Then if you're able to, you can slip away and fall back across the bridge. Or if you have a teammate there who can help you, you might be able to just hold your ground and fend them off.
Gotcha.
But I mean, if they bracket you with bombs and unload bouncies, there's nothing you can do. You just have to hope you live and make them use even more weapons before they kill you.
Touché. Alright, well we've got Drew, Launchpad, and Dark Evil here in the green base, in the LN fortress. With backup on the way.
White flag captured by red team.
This is a pretty good line that AoA has here as far as going left to right. If they can kill Hybrid or Knight, they're going to be sitting pretty here.
White flag captured by red team. Flag dropped.
This is good. Drew is sort of floating back and forth, almost as you mentioned, trying to help out between Launchpad and Zyrus there. I guess he's trying to determine what's the best rate.
White flag captured by green team.
I mean, it wasn't bad, but someone needed to get over there to help Dark Evil when he got
White
raped.
flag
Right.
returned to green base.
Now Drew's smoked, so makes it tough for him to make too many moves.
Yeah, they had a pretty good layout, but then they ended up abandoning their flagger and he got 2-on-1. That's usually a bad time.
Cyrus picks up a quick kill here.
Berserk. I'm sorry, Dark Evil got a good spawn, so he gets back in the fight pretty quickly.
That's excellent.
But I don't know. They're gonna have to regroup here and try again.
Yeah, you know, if it was Almond talking with me here, I can almost guarantee that his first comment would be they don't have enough health to flag it.
Oh no, and yeah, Lunch and the other guy, I think was Zyrus, they were both smoked.
Yeah.
However, they were also on the outside. They could potentially stall if they just backcheck a little bit. You know, sometimes good things happen.
Well, there's definitely some stalling going on here. Launchpad is... he was holding off. I thought for sure he would have had in control.
They used a lot more weapons than they should have to be able to take
Right.
him down. Which is going to make it a lot easier for the other three AoAs.
Yeah, DE and Drew have Zyrus in with them. That was a... what would you say, poorly coordinated bomb?
Yeah, it's one of those things. They obviously weren't... You know, they're probably not talking to each other play by play, saying what they're going to do. Clearly, one was needed there, not two.
Team.
Gotcha. Now, in your early days of gaming, I assume by this point in time, you and the CADF crew have sort of developed enough knowledge of each other to, you know, to not require the play-by-play action. But earlier in your career, did you find that that was one of the strategies that helped in your league play? Because I know communication is highly effective.
Right. Actually, in my competitive history in this game, we never used Vent or Mumble or anything. At least my past clans with SN and Pink Bunnies and whatnot. So it was really all just cohesion, just chemistry, just playing with each other, and learning your tendencies. But we didn't tell each other that we're going to use a bomb at this situation. Or
White flag captured by...
Do you think with the advances in technology, it's made it a little bit easier to do such things?
Oh, certainly.
I guess the question is it worth it?
I mean, every little bit helps. You know, it's up to these guys. Like, one of them could have easily said, hey, I'm going to use the bomb here, and the other person would have had to. In the end, it's not a huge thing, but, you know... Every weapon here, especially in a game like this that's fairly closely contested, it's important. You don't want to waste anything.
Right.
White flag captured by red team.
Drew was too smoked to grab that flag, so Zyrus has pulled it, and he's moving on with it. Still laying down some fire.
AoA should have had this, but they weren't able to kill one of the two smokers there. So we'll see how this plays out.
Well, every one of the LN team is smoked, so there's not much they're going to be able to do here. It's just a matter of spawning.
Yep. And this one's over.
White flag captured by red
Drew.
team. White flag captured by red team.
Well, not that it made much of a difference, but Drew ate a nice spread by Knight, which... and Knight was hit to kill, too.
White flag returned to red base. Red team wins.
Well, I think at that point Drew wasn't too concerned.
Oh, obviously. Alright, well, we've got 14 minutes and a half into the game, and AoA has taken the first cap.
And Launchpad leading by example, directing Dark Evil with lasers. We all know Dark Evil needs all the direction he can get.
Sorry, I was almost spaced out there, trying to pay attention to Endo here.
And once again, Drew and Launchpad just take over the bottom.
They did.
Gives it completely up.
No, does LN just not have the strength to hold them back? Or would you say it's a little bit too much fear?
Well, I don't know. I think they prefer this fighting position. And, I mean, it's not a great one for red here. It's better, a little bit better for green with a bunker facing down. But with that said, you need to try to hold them at mid instead of just letting them come in. Field position is very important.
Yeah, I mean, they now have a much longer walk to try and...
And even now, AoA is going to kill Wave here. And they'll have killed them once and already be on the flag run. So
exactly.
And even worse, he died to Launchpad.
White flag captured by red team.
Yeah, gave up a med. Now, about the same thing is happening on the other side. They've got DE trapped up there. And
I think in this case, AoA knew that they were about to have a flag run, so they fell back on purpose to just buy time. I know Zyrus in particular is
2v2 fight.
defenseman.
Flag dropped.
Well, LN is going on their own subsequent flag run. So it looks like we're seeing a mirror image of the two plays, with the exception Hybrid is pretty heavily smoked.
And Knight was also smoked before he got health. So
Flag
AoA is
captured by red
still
team.
by far in the favorable condition here.
Absolutely.
I don't... LN's got two smoke.
Launchpad's lagging out again.
Flag dropped. Flag dropped.
Oh, okay, he just needs out now then.
This is that point where... yeah. It took them a long time to leave the server, so that's unfortunate.
White flag captured by red team. White flag captured by red team. White flag returned to red base.
Alright, so a little bit of stuff that I've got to take care of here.
White flag returned to red base. Red team wins.
Alright,
So
so...
that gives AoA a 2 lead with a little over 18 minutes played.
Exactly. Alright, sorry about that, just trying to get some ref duties taken care of. Yeah, that's one thing. I hate having to ref at the same time as doing the commentary. It is so tough. But thank God I have Astrid here, eh?
Indeed.
Otherwise there'd be dead air! Alright. So we're seeing a little bit of a different strategy employed. LN has decided not to pull back and is holding that mid-bunker area. Which is...
It's a good thing, because they're, like I said before, they're a little bit outgunned here. So, you want them to have to go through you multiple times in order to get a flag out.
Right.
Rather than once or twice.
Well, it is interesting. I have never, ever seen anybody in any of the league games I've been watching for, this season, none of the other teams have ever employed a strategy like that. So I'm not sure. It'll be interesting to see what was going through their minds when they decided to try that out twice. I mean, it didn't work the first time. And it looks like already Hybrid and Knight have forced their way into the red area. They're doing much better.
Yeah, their positioning there was a little bit off.
Kind of huddled up, not covering the spawns.
Yeah, Hybrid used a bomb for the guy in the bunker, except he flushed him out to the bottom left, but there is no way to... no shots to actually finish the combo there. And he just kept walking to the right and huddled with his other guy.
Gotcha.
And then the last player, who I think was Wave, over in the left, ended up getting spawned on with no help.
Well, it was certainly a quick cleanup job that AoA did.
Yeah, and that was one of their instances. They're only going to have a couple where they actually have a legitimate chance to flag, and they just played that poorly.
Right. Oh, that was an interesting bouncy by Knight. Oh, another one. He's got Drew smoked.
Oh, all those bouncies missed.
Oh, but Drew still shows some seriousness.
But again, it took them 2 extra bombs that it shouldn't have. In AoA's case, they got the 2-0 lead. It's not really a big deal. That's more of a concern for LN right now, who need to maximize the efficiency of their weapons.
And we've got everyone trying to hold off the bottom here. Looks like In Control might be looking for a sub out. I don't think he has... Well, I guess Faya is there. Alright, Zyrus Dark Evil holding down the fort up here on the in the LN base. Drew is cross-firing downwards.
Yeah, and this is perfect for AoA right here. Even if they don't get a flag run out of this, they're taking up a lot of time. And LN's just pinned down, not really able to move out at all.
Oh, I'm sure DE wanted that med. What was Knight doing? That was a rogue missile.
Yeah, this has been several minutes in a row here with LN still pinned in their base.
Zyrus is trying to get into that bunker, isn't he?
Right now he's just trying to survive.
We got a few extra seconds.
I think Drew would have been better off trying to go up and help Zyrus up there. Give him some escape.
Right. Alright, well, we've got Drew, Dark Evil, and Berserk both in right now. All three of them are in the base.
They're just eating up the clock. Okay, Alan got
Zyrus is coming back.
However, Zyrus is in perfect position here to either cut off low or rape Hybrid.
It looks like he's going to cut off low.
Which I agree with in this case.
Well, I mean, there's already 3 there to rape Hybrid. Oh, it makes perfect sense. Now, Wave and In Control have pushed their way into AoA's base. Try and stall.
Flag dropped.
Berserk decides it's a good time to drop the flag and just go for the kills.
Okay, well, think In Control and Wave. I don't like this because right now Hybrid's gonna get destroyed, and that's just now In Control is raped.
White flag.
I mean, it's a bad situation they're in, but they needed to either move to the left and try to help out Hybrid there and kill either Dark Evil or Berserk.
Right.
And then they would have had numbers to be able to take out Wave and... Or, I'm sorry, Zyrus. But they tried to raid 2-on-1, and it just backfired on them.
Well, that's the end of the game.
White flag returned to red base.
26 minutes, 40 seconds into the game. That's a match for AoA, and this brings them into a very good position for this match.